Yo guys, what's up? It's Inflexxius. Today we're playing Jackson to Sion top. Sion's gonna come to lane with a longsword extra because unfortunately he got a kill doing some early fighting shenanigans, but that's fine, we'll just outplay it. So right now, pre-first back is Sion's weakest point in the laning phase, so we need to abuse that as much as possible. So we're looking to get an E-trade right now. And here we managed to get behind him and start getting our really good E-trade here. He starts channeling a Q, so we just get to really beat on him here. Leverage our lethal tempo and just walk him into his tower. One more auto Q and auto and finish him off. Now we want to crash the wave in as fast as possible. But Sion passive is going to stall us here, right? So we're not going to be able to crash the wave before he can revive and TP back, unfortunately. We can't walk up to him without our E, otherwise we will get brutalized. So unfortunately the passive just stalls us out. So now we're going to wait until our E comes up. Because you don't really want to ever jump on Sion without your E up. There we go. Now we disengage immediately because we don't want him to E us and then start channeling a Q on us, right? That's pretty much how Sion wins trades, is when you disengage a trade, when you're about to disengage a trade, he'll E you and then he will start channeling a big fat Q on you. So now we'd like to recall here, but if we recall, Sion's just going to insta-shove the next wave and recall as well. And we don't want to give him a free back because he's chunked out, right? So if we want to keep the HP advantage, we need to stay, and we go for a trade on him here, and we almost kill him. He survives with single-digit health. And we tank 2 tower shots, so we're pretty chunked out. Now, we could flash on him and kill him here, but if we do that, then we're going to go 1 for 1, we'd lose our flash, it's just not worth it. He'd get all the minions anyway with the passive. But, and he actually ends up just dying to the minions anyway. We get the XP for it, so it's pretty solid anyway. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use our E to hard shove this wave, so that we can recall as fast as possible here. We can get our Sheen longsword, and now back to lane. We have to TP here, because if we don't, Sion is going to insta-shove the wave, deny his creeps, and he is going to probably demolish the tower, right? So we go for an extended trade here on the Sion. You want to extend trades versus Sion as much as possible. And if you can walk past his Q like we did there, right, then, and he's this close to the tower, you're probably going to either get a very good trade or kill him. So he immediately just goes and one-shots the wave like that. Because Sion passive is just, it's so impossible to punish Sion. Like, we killed him here, right? But he just insta-shoves the wave and in his passive and then just, you know, insta-shoves the next wave and crashes the wave and gets a plate of us. It's so insane how we kill him and he gets a plate off of us. So he tries to he ults to the wave here, we block him and get him to take tower aggro, but he just flashes. So now it's about tempo, right? We need to kill the minions as fast as possible, so that we have as much time as possible to come mess with them here before the next wave crashes under our tower. So now we all in him here, and Sion is definitely not just going to run to the closest bush and start channeling a Q in there. No sorry, that's not what Sion does, right? So now we have to get to tower really quickly, and not get denied too many minions. We lost only 2 creeps there, right? So that's perfectly fine. Now, unfortunately, Sion gets back to lane before we can punish him because he just freaking, he cleared the whole wave in his passive, right? Or not in his passive, but before we killed him, he cleared the whole wave. And there, we had the angle to all-in him there, but name me something scarier than Sion in an alcove, right? There's just too many ways for him to break line of sight. So here I start walking really erratically to try to fake out his Q, right? And we get hit by a Q, but not a fully charged one, I don't think. So we don't get stunned for that long, right? So we get to go for a bit of an extended trade here. So we try to hit him as much as we can. We ult here trying to kill him, but unfortunately he does manage to get away. But he's pretty chunked out, so it's fine. Now, what I'm looking to do here is stack my passive and then my R passive so that I can third hit W auto him, right? And I almost do it there, and hold on, the Sion. Okay, so yeah. I almost tried. I tried to kill the Sion there with the stacked up R passive and the W, and I kind of messed it up because I Q'd him there, but it still ended up being a kill. And there he goes again. Good thing Kane's waiting for him though, so Kane can get some free red Kane stacks off on him and go for the kill. And look at this champion, right? Look at this thing. Look at this monstrosity. The moment he's about to die, he immediately just goes for the wave. The moment he realizes he's about to die. We have to actually just make sure that we peel him off the creep wave before he just one-shots the whole minion wave in his freaking passive. It's such an oppressive freaking playstyle to play versus. So we crash the wave here, now we can TP bot lane here to see if we can help out. We go on the Inflexxius, Victor TP's in back there, so we're not alone. We get exhausted, but it's fine, we can just keep beating on the Aphelios here. And we can finish off the Rel here as well. Now we loop around like this to try to cut off the Viego, sorry. See if maybe we can spot him. Tristana finds him there, so I'm thinking, okay, Tristana has him, he tanks a tower shot, it's going to be a free kill for the Tristana. Except Viego almost gets her, so I'm going to help, and just in time. He flashes on the Tristana and almost gets her. Unfortunately, Sion has taken 4 plates at this point, because we left him alone in lane for 0.2 seconds. Kane's coming in. Kane came in for the gank. We can't get the Q, so immediately we just start beating on the minion wave here. And now we're looking for the dive, right? It's a 3-man dive here, so maybe. So, start comboing the Sion. I'm trying to burst him and kill him in the stun. Unfortunately, we do not kill him in the stun, and thus he gets to land his ultimate, and I die because of tower shots and the ultimate CC, right? But I messed up there. And because I messed up there, unfortunately, Viego takes my soul and just kills Kane with it. Whoops, sorry, Kane, my bad. But yeah, that was my bad. What I should have done was use my Q to disengage from the dive after we killed the Sion, instead of using it to engage on the Sion like I did, right? He was in my E range, there was no reason for me to Q onto him there. So now Sion has his Hull Breaker, but that's fine, because he's not very high level yet, so he's not getting the insane resistances you usually get from Hull Breaker, right? Right now he's only getting like 10 of each, of arm and MR from the Hull Breaker right now, so we can still brutalize him a bit, right? We just leverage our Divine Thunder, and obviously Divine Thunder is really good into Sion because he's versus a health stacking champion like him, right? The percent max health damage is always going to be super valuable. So what we're trying to do right now is shove the waves into his tower so that we can whittle the tower down while he's clearing minion waves, right? Eventually we're going to get the tower after we do it enough, right? We should even be able to get it on this push here. Here we just get another trade on him, use our Divine Thunder some more. Utilize our percent max health damage from our E and our Divine Thunderer. And now we can just walk in here and start beating on the tower. And honestly, we can take the tower here, but I didn't realize that the tower was on 5 HP at the time. Literally 5 HP, right? If I did, I could have just, killed the tower and potentially killed him, right? But more likely than not, what would have happened is he would have just ulted away. He kind of just ulted at us there for some reason, which was pretty troll by him. But yeah. So we're going to jump on him here again, take another trade, use our Divine Thunder, and you know what, we can actually just W him and ult him here. And good stuff. And here comes Sion with his freaking passive, and he's so fast with his passive! The Swifties boots and the Hull Breaker just makes him so fast, it's insane! But honestly, letting Sion live under tower that first time, and then getting the kill later, works out so much better for us because it delays his death timer, so honestly, just big brain calculation, right? So we go for mid play here, see if we can find something. We didn't find anything, but we managed to get the Rel, so that's pretty cool. Now we go top lane here to stop Sion from split pushing, because when you play versus this kind of Sion, a lot of the time what you're doing is keeping him from just devouring your towers in the side lane. So now we can jump on the Sion here, because we see everybody on the map, so we can go for a quick combo on him. We don't do that much damage to him, even though he's 1-9, because this playstyle of Sion, you can't really put him behind, right? He's just going to farm no matter what. So we walk over here to try to cut him off, but he just kind of ults away, and there he goes, not really much we can do about it. But, oh my goodness, this Kayn goes and starts rotating over to the minions the moment Sion starts ulting. It's so big brain from the Kayn. I, respect him so much for that right there. So we sit in the bush here and see if we can maybe try to catch the Viego. We managed to force his ult, so that was pretty good. And now we see them doing Raptors here, not an hour watch, right? Unfortunately, there's just 3 of them in the bush just farming Raptors there for some reason. But that's fine, I wanted to go into get the honey fruit here, but then I see our team just getting the Rel here. So you know what, I'm just gonna go there and, collect the kill, very hard-earned kill by me, I definitely deserve that. So I wanted to recall here, except Viego just kind of jumps on our team here, so we just go in, combo the Viego, he goes down to the Kayn, and now I need to peel the Renata because this Echo's trying to get her, dude. And we do manage to save the Renata and get the Echo, so that's pretty good stuff as well. And now, 2 of them are dead, free dragon, right? So we get the Scuttle, and then we can just beat on the dragon here. And now we're low on resources, we have a lot of gold floating, so let's recall, spend our money. And now I go down to bot lane here because I see a fight is breaking out. And in case they need me, I want to be rotating there. They end up not needing me, right? But that's fine. Now I can just rotate to mid and start shoving the side lane here, right? I prefer to shove a different lane rather than grouping with my team when they're sieging because Jax isn't that good in a siege scenario. So I prefer to just be split pushing a different lane and then have TP in case they need me to be there, right? If you don't have TP, then it's a little bit more awkward, because then if a fight does break out, you're not there, right? I TP bot lane here after we get the Baron. I TP bot lane to stop the Sion from taking the tower, and we managed to stop his back and force his ultimate, which is pretty good, right? You can't really expect more than forcing Sion's ultimate if you catch him in the side lane, because he will just, you know, if he has it, he can pretty much just get away every time if you're the only one, right? But he doesn't realize we have the bush warded, so we can actually just get him here. So just stay with him, keep beating on him, leverage the lethal tempo, keep proccing the Divine Thunder, counter-strike, wait for the Q to come back up, get him, and finish him off, yeah. Really good stuff. Now, here I could have saved the cannon, probably, if I counter-striked earlier. But it's fine, it's whatever, you know. I jump into the Viego, quick combo him here. I tank 2 more tower shots here as well, because I forget about the Corrupting Potion burn, and I just take tower aggro with it. And we just keep beating on the tower here, when Viego moves off to go stop my team from pushing. At this point, we're pushing for the end. So, clear the minions here so that our minions don't get distracted by them. I use my E to clear the minions, which is probably a bit of a mistake, because now Aphelios can just free auto me there. But it's fine, I can just beat on the Nexus here while my team just kind of guns them down in spawn, honestly. And yeah, that's that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one.